Yvonne Anderson. I am the founder and CEO of Santevia Water Systems. Santevia Water Systems is home water filtration that is alkalized and mineralized. And it's great for your health. It adds minerals to your water, but it also makes the water taste great. And we all know that water is something we just need to do more of, drink more water. So I started Santevia Water Systems 14 years ago because of a health issue with my husband. My husband had chronic acid reflux and he coughed so bad that it was crazy. He couldn't sleep at night. He could hardly walk 10 steps and he was coughing. We thought he had really bad bronchitis. Then we thought he had pneumonia. We kept going to the doctor and finally they said, David has chronic acid reflux and he needs to be on medication for the rest of his life. And I went, no, we can't do this. My background in natural health, I'm a kinesiologist. I just can't have him on medication, especially the kind of medication they wanted to put him on was really hard for his liver. So I said, no, you can go on for 90 days and then we're going to find a solution for this. And what ended up happening is I did a lot of research on alkaline acid balance, and I found out our bodies are naturally alkaline. And when our bodies are naturally alkaline, we need to keep them alkaline. And what David had done through his diet, through his lack of exercise, is he had gotten his body very acidic. And so over that 90 days, we worked on David's diet, we worked on his exercise, but I knew he needed to drink more water and drink naturally alkaline water, and I couldn't find it. It was so hard to find this, and other than some multi-level marketing and $4,000 or $5,000 for a big system, I went, that's just not going to work for us. So we decided we needed to start something, and we started Santevia Water Systems, mineralized and naturally alkaline water systems that are great for you, great for your body. And guess what? After only 90 days of consistently being on this program and drinking naturally alkaline water, David stopped having acid reflux. He has never been on medication since.
And after this, how did Santevia Gives Back get started? There's a whole other side of the organization, and that's what we're here to talk about. So tell us, how did Santevia Gives Back get started?
Well, Santevia Gives Back is my passion. I really believe that to be good corporate citizens, you need to give back. And what happened is we were in Thailand at a conference, and the side conference, just this little bit at the side, was all about sex slavery in Thailand. And my eyes were open. I could not believe, first of all, that there was that much sex slavery going on in the world. And in fact, more people are in slavery today than there were during the US slave trade. It's hard to believe, but it's true. And I just went, oh my gosh, what can we do? So they said, you really need to take a look at some of these orphanages. These kids that get trapped in this, it's mostly because of poverty. And so we went up to the north of Thailand where the issue is really big, and we visited an orphanage, and I met some really neat kids. And one of the kids spoke English pretty well. And I said to her, why are you here? And how did you learn to speak English? And she said, this is my third orphanage. And I went, why? And she said, it's because every orphanage starts good, but the funding ends and then they close it and we have to go back to our village and it's really not very safe there. And I couldn't believe this. It was funding that was stopping these kids from being safe. So I looked at my husband and I said, we need to fund this orphanage. And I said, 2 years is not enough. An orphanage can't get up and get started and become independent in 2 years. I said, we need to commit to 10 years of funding. And he looked at me and he said, 10 years of funding. Oh my gosh. Well, then what we need to do is when we start Santevia, as a water company, we need to immediately start Santevia Gives Back. And that's what we did. We have now funded that orphanage for 14 years, not just that orphanage, but a second orphanage and a third orphanage in Thailand, a school in Bangladesh. But now we have our water program. And with Santevia Gives Back, we are all about water. And the next aha for me was, I can't believe so many people are in water poverty. And water poverty is what happens when people actually don't have clean drinking water. We are so privileged here in Canada to be able to turn on a tap. And we can just turn on a tap and get clean drinking water. But for many people throughout the world, they can't. And they actually live in poverty because the water that they walk many, many miles to get is awful water. It's not clean. It's not, and they bring it home, and that entire journey is unsafe for so many girls, but also the water is unsafe. And so then the family gets sick. And then every penny that they earn is spent for medication to make sure they don't die. And that is water poverty.
So that is incredible. It's incredibly difficult to understand. But with Santevia's 100 Days Promise, can you explain kind of how Santevia is trying to make a difference with clean water donations and the sales of mineralized alkaline water filtration systems?
So at Santevia, we're all about, there's a problem, we need a solution. Just like when my husband had chronic acid reflux, that was a problem. Well, he needed a solution, which was leading a balanced alkaline life. And water poverty is a problem. So we decided at Santevia to be part of a solution. And that's where we came up with our 100-day program. And for every one of our products, our systems that we sell at Santevia, we give 100 days of clean drinking water to people in water poverty through our partner Acts for Water. And that means 100 days every time we sell one of these items. It is unbelievable. It makes huge differences in people's lives. We know hundreds and hundreds of people actually have clean drinking water because you helped us sell Santevia water systems. So every time you're drinking out of a Santevia water pitcher, not only is it great for you because you're getting healthy and you're drinking great water that balances your body, but you're helping somebody in water poverty. And what that means is when a village no longer has to walk those 6 or 7 or 10 kilometers to get to clean drinking water, when they can actually turn on a tap just like you do and drink clean water, so many things happen. The girls get to go to school, and the families no longer drink terrible disease-ridden water, and so parents don't have to spend their money on things, medication to help cure the family of waterborne illnesses, and they can start actually getting out of poverty. They can actually start becoming economically viable. It actually transforms whole villages and takes people out of water poverty. And I can tell you that is what our 100 days of clean drinking water for every system that we sell, it transforms people's lives. And that's what it's all about. We need everybody to be out of water poverty.
And which products donate 100 days? So those ones on the left there, are those all included in your 100 days promise?
They are. The Santevia Mina Pitcher is a great tool, and this is a key to our 100 days. It's the anchor of our 100 days water program. So every time one of these is sold, and this is just such a great product, it helps you stay healthy, but it helps people with the 100 days in water poverty get healthy. So this one, it comes in white or black, and our gravity water system. And this the Gravity Water System is a fabulous family product. It has 8 layers of filtration and remineralization, and it actually can remove fluoride as well from your water if you have fluoride in your water. We eat any one of these systems. So the MENA pitcher, and with the MENA pitcher, remember, it takes out chlorine, it takes out lead out of your water, and it does 2 things. It takes out the bad stuff, that chlorine, that lead, and other contaminants, but it puts back in the good stuff. That's calcium, magnesium, and other trace minerals that we need to balance our body. That's the alkalinity that keeps our body balanced and keeps us healthy. But remember, every time you buy one of these, we give 100 days of clean drinking water to take one of those kids that have to walk so far, that are in water poverty, and we help them get healthy too, because those waterborne illnesses are not something that we want any kid to have. And that raises up the entire family. So healthy for you, healthy for all. It's just so important for us. You can have it in white, you can have it in black. And what the MENA pitcher does is it gives you a great opportunity to help fight water poverty. And that's what it's all about. Fight water poverty. And when you think of World Water Day coming up, March 22nd, just remember, people all over the world, the thing we need to survive is clean drinking water. Every person needs clean drinking water. And every time you buy a Santevia product, you're giving clean drinking water, not just 1 day or 2 days, 100 days for every time you buy a Santevia product. So World Water Day, remember, water is precious. Water is something that our body is 70% water, our muscles are 80% water, and our brain is 90% water. And you need clean, mineralized, and naturally alkaline water to make your body work well. And every time you do this by purchasing a Santevia water product, you give 100 days of clean drinking water to someone in water poverty.